Hey everyone, welcome to Courtside, where we discuss the post-election litigation brought by Donald Trump. We're 8 days after the election. Trump has filed 12 lawsuits. He's lost all 12. Anxiety among Democrats is starting to dissipate, and reality is setting in to Team Trump. It started today with the New York Times front page story where reporters went to every state asking election officials, can you find any instances of fraud? They couldn't find any. Then in Pennsylvania, in court, a Trump lawyer couldn't find any either. We've talked in the past about how Trump's rhetoric outside of court is all about how massive fraud and this and that, election will be overturned, I'll win. But in court, his lawyers have to say something very different because they're bound by professional ethics, and they can only defend what they can prove. And so this is how it results when it's reduced to legal proceedings. Question from the court, are you claiming there was any fraud? Answer from Trump lawyer, to my knowledge at present, no. Question from court, are you claiming there's any undue or improper influence upon the electors? Answer, to my knowledge at present, no. In Nevada elsewhere, Trump dropped his lawsuit claiming there wasn't enough ballot observers. The judge rejected this entirely, finding no basis, saying, quote, there's no evidence of faulty procedure, inaccurate counting, or wrongdoing by election workers. In Arizona, the Republican Attorney General, Mark Brnovich, said, quote, Joe Biden will win Arizona. Trump is behind by more than 12,000 votes in the state, and he said, quote, this is the Republican, quote, we need to deal in facts and evidence. If there's a problem, you don't wait until it's done to file a lawsuit. If you have problems with people on the voting rolls or other issues, you need to address those issues prospectively instead of reactively. There's no, quote, great conspiracy. And that's why the Washington Post today reported that senior White House officials are privately expressing pessimism about reversing the election results. Elsewhere in legal news today, Trump voters filed yet another lawsuit, a copycat one in Pennsylvania, to the one we talked about a couple days ago. This argues that different counties treated ballots differently, and that somehow violated the Equal Protection Clause. So first of all, this is going to make no difference. Biden is ahead by 50,000 votes in Pennsylvania. These little skirmishes aren't going to matter. And even if he could somehow flip Pennsylvania, that doesn't matter because Biden is ahead in so many other states. Trump would have to flip Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, states like that. And of course, legally, this argument proves way too much. If different counties can't treat ballots differently, then Trump is going to lose in North Carolina, where different counties treated ballots differently. Indeed, Republicans may lose the Senate overall. Now, in other action, Georgia announced a manual count today. Nobody thinks that's enough to change the result. Biden is ahead by 14,000 votes there. And the Republican Secretary of State in Arizona has said it's very unlikely anything was going to change that lead. So I'm going to leave you today with the words of that lefty Karl Rove, who wrote an op-ed tonight in the Wall Street Journal, that lefty newspaper, and it's called the following: This election result won't be overturned. And it has the following subtitle: Recounts occasionally change margins in the hundreds, never in the tens of thousands. That's what I've been saying all along on Courtside. This election is over.